Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel, and today I'm going to be doing a video all on this look. It's pretty much just a super easy put together summer look using pretty minimal products. You can honestly skip some steps in here, add some steps if you need to, just depending on how your skin is, what your preferences are, and everything like that. I do want to apologize, one, about the quality of this camera. I'm using my iPad again. I had recently bought a camera and filmed my last video on it, but I cannot figure out the editing software, and I haven't filmed a video in so long, and it was like really getting me down. And I was like, I don't care, we're just gonna film on the iPad, like it'll work. But I'm frustrated because it is crappy weather outside, so the lighting is a little like, it's not the best lighting in the world. So I am sorry about that, but I will say this video is more about technique and the steps rather than like the colors that you're using. So I will say that. All right, so if you want to learn how to get this look, then just keep on watching. Thanks. All right, so to start off with, we are going to, well, I've already done these steps, but I just want to go ahead and talk about it really quick because it's important. I have already moisturized with the Josie Maran Argan Daily Moisturizer with SPF 47. I really like this because it does act as a moisturizer, but it's also sunscreen, which is so important year-round in general, but especially in the summer when the sun is just very strong, and I've already gotten burnt multiple times, and mama ain't having it anymore. So I've already gone ahead in with that. And then also I've really been liking this. It's like a Sugar Advanced Therapy Lip Treatment by the brand Fresh. I got like a little sample of it. And I always just like to prep my lips before I do any of my makeup so that by the time I get ready to put lipstick on, they're all soft and ready to go. All right, so to start off with, we are just going to prime. So although we're not putting a ton of makeup on our face, the makeup that we are putting on, we want to stay. So I'm going to go in with one that I've used many times before in tutorials, and it is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer and the Hydrating Base. All right, go ahead and let that set in. And then we are going to grab our concealer. So in the summer, this is just a personal preference. When I get tan, I don't love to have a super intense highlight going on with my concealer or like under eye highlight or anything. I just feel like it's a little much for me personally. It's just a personal preference. You can still do that if you want to. But I go in with a concealer that is much closer to my skin tone just because I like to conceal with it. I still use it in the same areas just because I'm not using foundation, so I'm still going to be using it for some coverage. And I do still get red, but just due to the fact that I don't want to highlight a ton, I did get a color that is closer to what my skin tone actually is. So this is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the color Ginger. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this in our inner tear duct under the eyes, and then do our triangle motion or shape. And then we are going to put it on the forehead, down the nose, sides of the nose, Cupid's bow, chin, and then also my eyelids to prime. Now we're not putting a ton of shadow on, but we are putting something on there. So just to really even out the skin tone and everything like that. So then I'm taking a Morphe E8 brush. I love this. I usually do prefer to use a beauty blender, but this is just super convenient and quick and easy. And I don't have to get it wet like I do a beauty blender. If I'm doing a full foundation routine, I'll get my beauty blender out, but I don't really feel the need to. No matter what concealer you use or however much coverage you like to have, or what have you, just make sure everything is blended. That is the key. All right, I can live with that. So it looks a little bit crazy right now, but that's just because everything's looking not fresh to death. So then I'm going to go in with a liquid highlighter. This is the BECCA just Shimmering Skin Perfector. I want to say it's in the color Moonstone. And I am just going to dab this on the highest points of my cheekbones and my nose and Cupid's bow, and I'm just going to blend it out with my fingers. Okay, wonderful. So then I'm going to take any face powder, whichever one is your favorite to use. I thoroughly enjoy using the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the color Luminous Light. It just looks like this, very similar to like a skin tone color. It just kind of gives a nice luminous effect, setting all of your liquids and creams in place. And it doesn't look too powdery. I don't like to look powdery, especially in the summer. I want everything to look nice and glowing and fresh. All right, so then I'm going to go in and do my eyebrows. I'm going to do this off camera. This is just kind of like whatever routine you prefer to use. But just so you know, I am using the Anastasia Brow Pomade in the color Ash Brown. All right, okay, so now that the brows are done, I'm going to go ahead into my eyes. So I'm going to be taking the bronzer that I will be using on my face. It is the Bobbi Brown bronzer in the color Natural, and I'm just going to take this in with a fluffy brush. And I am just going to put this in my crease. We're not really doing a particular eye look, but on an everyday basis, I like to have something in my crease because personally, like, I have a lot of space from my lash line to my eyebrows. So I just like a little bit of something just to add a little bit of definition. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this into the crease really, really lightly. Okay. Lovely. Then we are going to go in with our eyeliner. Now this, you don't have to do exactly the colors that I'm doing, but I like to do a fun pop of color. So for my upper lash line, I pretty much always go in with this ColourPop pencil in the color Overboard. And then it is like a dark bronzy brown. And then for my lash line, just for a pop of color, because I'm not really doing anything too crazy, I'm going to go in with this color. I think it's called Zulu. Yep, Zulu by ColourPop, and it is a fun, like, aqua turquoise color. So those are the two. So go ahead and put this in your upper lash line. Personally, that is something that takes 5 years. That took me a while to get used to. But pretty much I like doing it because it adds definition. You don't have to feel like you have to do a ton of stuff to your eye, but it makes your lash line look thicker. So I do prefer that. And then I'm going to go in with the Zulu color and just put it in my lower lash line for a nice pop of color. We are just going to go in with mascara. So take your favorite mascara. Mine at the moment is the TooFaced Better Than Sex. I love this mascara. This is the second tube I've bought of it. It is just one of my favorites. It makes my lashes super voluminous and long, and so that's why I personally just love it. But my favorite technique to do mascara is I take a bigger mirror and I put it below so I'm looking down, and then I go ahead and start at the lash line and the base, and I just work my way up. And I kind of just wiggle it in there. And there you have it. Just a huge difference. I know with the quality of this camera and the lighting, you probably can't see it the best, but got those going on. And those are real, so they're really good. It's really good mascara. Then I'm just going to go in and I am going to do my bottom lashes. So then I'm going to go ahead with my bronzer, and I'm going to go back in with that Bobbi Brown bronzer in the color Natural, and I'm going to take my Eco Tools paddle brush, swirl it around in there, and I am just going to place this on the sides of my temples, and then right underneath my cheekbones and my forehead. This is going to, again, add more definition. It's going to add a lot of warmth to your face, and I don't want to go ahead and contour or anything, but this does add a little bit of something something. And then I just take it and I kind of just take it down the sides of my nose. I'm fine with my nose, but I think it adds a little something so it's not just like stark white in the middle of your face. So then I'm going to go in with one of my favorite blushes. I've used this many times on my channel before. This is the Milani Baked Blush in the color Luminoso, and I'm going to go in with a Morphe E4 blush brush. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on the apples of my cheeks and then like swipe back. It's a very light peachy color, as you can tell. But it's a very nice glow for the summer, and it has a little bit of a luminous look to it, which is nice because I just used the matte bronzer and add a little bit of glow. So then for highlighter, because I can't not put highlighter on, I had with this Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlighter, and it looks like I literally have barely used it, but it's just because it's so dense and like, oh, I'm going to be so proud the moment that these swirls are gone because I use this all the time. And I'm going to go in with a Morphe M501 brush, highlighter brush, and I'm going to just swirl this around on my cheekbones. And pretty much I'm just doing this to add more like of an intense highlight. I know I did it with a liquid one, but I love highlighter, so I don't care. And I'm going to go above the brow bone. And then on the tip of my nose, a little bit on the bridge, and then Cupid's bow. And then what I like to do is I like to take my finger and then go in the inner corner. Just add a little bit of an intense inner corner highlight. And then lastly is just lip gloss. So in the summer, I love matte lips year round, but in the summer I really like a fresh, just glowy look, and gloss, in my opinion, is just the perfect way to do that. So just take your favorite gloss. Mine is the Marc Jacobs lip gloss, and this is in the color Pretty Thing, and it's just like a nudie pink color. And then I'm going to take my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus and just set all this makeup. Now, it's not a ton of makeup, but the thing that I like about this, or like a setting spray in general, is the fact that it really blends in your powders to your liquid, so it doesn't look like powder is just sitting on your face, and it keeps the product there all day. So I like probably overuse the crap out of that stuff because it smells so good and I love it. All right, and that is it for this fresh summer look. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. It's super easy to achieve. You don't have to use all the same products that I use. It's really just the steps that it takes to get there. Just super simple. It definitely just makes you look very fresh and awake and put together, but it did not, I mean, it takes literally no time at all. This is what I do for work, outings, everything like that. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be uploading more videos. I'm hoping to get my freaking editing software good to go. If not, I'll just keep doing the iPad. And leave any comments down below if you have any questions or any suggestions to add to this routine. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.